Genesis 27, and we're going to start from verses 38. Okay, we're going to read from verses 38. Okay, so people say it's the stolen blessing. He didn't steal it. Okay, that's not stealing. Okay, the mother literally told him, according to the scripture, according to the will of the Most High, go to your father, do this for me, do that. That's the he didn't steal it. But in the Christian church, you don't understand because you still eating pork. You still breaking the law of the commandment of the Most High. You still doing wickedness. That's why you don't understand the Christian church. Because it's very simple. It's the mother who told her son, go and do this. The son, in beginning, Jacob didn't want to do it. Jacob was scared. He said, I don't want to do it because if my father found out, because the mother told him, let the curse be upon me. Okay, so don't sit down because your pastor don't have understanding. He lied to you, he deceived you, or he so told you, oh well, he stole it, he didn't steal it. Okay, the blessing was never meant for Esau. Never, listen, never. It was not meant for Esau. The blessing was not meant for Esau. It was meant for Jacob. Understand? You got to understand that. If it was meant for him, he will receive it. It's not about Jacob, the Most High. It's all about the Most High. The Most High set it up like that from the beginning, point blank, period. There's no need to argue, don't fight, don't listen. If you don't believe it, that means this is not for you, right? So let's go right here. We're going to go to Genesis, okay, right? You say, watch this. Yeah, okay. Let's read from verse 36, man. I like it. Verse 36 is beautiful, right? Okay, verse 36. Let's read it. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 36. And he said, is he not rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright. He didn't even take it away. You see, he's a liar. Esau is a liar. He sold his birthright. Now, when he went before the father, he's telling the father now, he's lying. Esau is cunning. He's wicked. This Idumeans, they're wicked. Because watch, when we read in the book of Genesis, right, Genesis 25, he swear and sold his birthright. Now right here, he's saying what? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright. He did not take it away. You sold it unto him, and he bought it from you. It's all the will of the Most High. He didn't take away your birthright. No. He didn't take it away. You sold it to him. If I own a chicken and I sell the chicken to somebody, does it mean the person took the chicken away from me? No. You took the land away from the native Indian, from the northern kingdom. You stole the people from the land. Now, when somebody sells you something, or you sell something to somebody, when you trade, you do trading or you truck thing, guess what? The person did not take it away. You sold it. And actually, you know the worst thing that you swear. Only the Most High swear. Now, when you swear, that puts you into some power. Is that you this and that. Understand that? That's why Yahushua said, let your answer or your conversation be yea or nay. For anything that is beside that yea and nay is all evil. So he already swear to sell his birthright. Right here now in Genesis 27, he's lying. Esau is lying. Esau is a liar. He is the father of lies. That's why we say he's Cain. That's why we always refer to Abel being Jacob. Okay, Abel being Jacob, right? Right, 1 Peter 4:11. Come, right? He's a liar. Esau is a liar. That should not lie. Esau is a liar. He sold his birthright to the brother, to his young brother. And then he turned right now in Genesis 27, he said he took away. He didn't take it away. Understand that? And this is for you Christians out there lying, believing lies. Okay? Don't speak against the dignity. Okay? Understand that Isaac, Jacob are dignity. Understand that. Their dignity, their angel right now in heaven with the Most High. He said, and behold, now he had taken away my blessing. He did not take it away. The Most High want him to receive the blessing. Understand, he did not take it away. Okay, he didn't steal your blessing. No. The Most High literally blessed him. The blessing literally was meant for Jacob. Okay, but in the Christian church, you don't understand it. He didn't steal it. The blessing was meant for Jacob. Point blank period. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? So Esau see one blessing. Even though there is no blessing for him, he see first in the Father, he want a blessing. So Isaac is going to give him something from the Most High. And let's see what the Most High is going to give him now. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I made him thy Lord, who? Jacob. And all his brethren have I given to him for servant. All his brethren, all the other nation, all the other people. Understand that. Understand. Those that were born of who? Abraham. He said they're going to serve us. They're going to serve Jacob. Watch this. And all his brethren have I given to him for servant. And with corn, grain. Now when you read it right here, it's not literally talking about the corn. It's not talking about this corn. Watch this. I'll show you. Because a lot of people don't understand. When you read the word corn in the Bible, it's not literally talking about the corn that you buy on hub in your supermarket. It's not talking about that. Understand that. Corn just means grain. 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 Okay, let's see. Corn. Okay. Let's see. Corn meaning. Okay. Let's see corn meaning from Google. Okay. Let's take a look at corn meaning from Google. Okay. Because today, what is happening, like when you say corn, everybody referring to maize. Okay. Okay. Originally, when the Bible referred to corn, it's not talking about maize. Okay, it's not talking about maize. Corn is any grain. Rice is a corn. Barley is a corn. The maize is a corn. Now, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look right here. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at the definition. Let's go to Merriam-Webster. Okay. Understand that. Because a lot of people don't understand. When they see the word corn, they're just thinking about the corn that they buy in Giant, Target, Walmart, things like that. It's not referring to that. You got to understand that. It's not talking about that. Okay. It's not talking about that. Okay. Okay. Let's see what it is. Okay. Watch that. I'll show you. Read it. It's a definition of corn. It got three different meaning. It's a chiefly dialectal, a small hard particle, grain. So when they talk about corn, it's grain. It's a small and hard particle. Like when you take black pepper, is a corn. Black pepper. Okay? Black pepper corn. Black pepper grain. Understand that. Maize corn. Maize corn. Rice grain. Rice corn. Okay? Let's read it. It's a small hard seed usually used in combination. You see that peppercorn, barley corn. You see, as I said it earlier, the barley, they're using it wrongfully today. Then they say corn. Everybody think about the corn that you buy in the store and that you grill. No, it's not talking about that. Understand that. It's a general word that just means a grain. British, he said, the grain of a cereal grass, you see that? That is the primary crop of a region such as wheat in Britain. So when you talk about corn in England, people think you're talking about what? Wheat, because it's a grain. In Britain, and alt in Scotland and Ireland. Okay, so understand that. Understand that. Now, the corn that you eat today, this corn, let me show you, because I know that's what a lot of people are thinking about right now. When I use the word corn, most people they're thinking about, yes, he's talking about that corn that we buy in Giant, right? Now, you see this? That's what you're thinking about, okay? When I spoke, let's read this definition. He said corn, right? Let's read this. He said corn, a North American cereal plant that yield large grain or kernel set in row on the cob. It has many variety, yet numerous products, highly valued for both human and livestock consumption. Now, if you take a look right here, this is the original name. This is the way it was called in the beginning. Okay. It was not called, right, it was not called corn. It was called maize. You see, that's the original name right there. That's the original name. Okay. So rice is a corn. Understand that. It's not just talking about this corn right here you believe it because Esau called it. No. Originally, grain were called corn. Like the barley, the wheat, rice, black pepper corn, and oat. And the list goes on and on and on. Understand that? So that's the main reason why when you read the word, trying to understand what are the meaning. What is the context of this word? Is it referring to this? Is it referring to that? You got to understand. You can't just, read a word and draw a direct conclusion from it. It doesn't work like that. You can't operate like that. That's like, I don't know. I don't know if you can. You can't operate like that. Point blank period. So the word corn, it just means grain. Grain. So let's go back to the blue letter Bible and let's read. So what is going on right here now? Let's read it. He said, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servant, and with corn and wine, the grain, corn and wine have I sustained him. So the Moses said he blessed us with what? Corn and wine, red wine, whether it be alcoholic or sweet, the Most High blessed us. It was our blessing. It is our heritage. Wine is the heritage of the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian. Okay? Wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? He said, I already blessed him with all things, the good thing. What am I going to do to you now, Esau? What do I have, Esau? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing? Esau said, I just need one blessing. Just give me one blessing. Okay. My father, bless me, even me also. Oh, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So he fell crying, baby. Right? And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. Whoa. And that's why they got to conquer everybody. Because the dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. The fatness. That's where you see Caucasian all over the world. They take over the whole world. When you take a look at the Chinese, the Arab, they look like Esau. Why? Because Esau, at some point, raped them, conquered them, married with them, mingle, and that's why you see the Chinese, a lot of them look like Esau. They look like white people. They got pale skin, white coat. Edom conquered them. Okay? The British, the Italian, the Spaniard, they conquered the Asian. Don't you know that? Don't you know that England conquered China and ruled over there for some time before backing up? Don't you know that the French, they conquered Vietnam and ruled over them before leaving them? Don't you understand that Spain conquered the Filipino? Don't you understand? They conquered the whole world. Don't you know that the East Indian, the reason why you see a lot of them look like Esau or like the so-called white people is because the British Edomite, they conquered them and ruled over them for over 200 years. And they still ruling over them till this very last day. Because what do they have in India? Prime Minister. They got to report onto the wicked woman, the whore, that they call Queen Elizabeth. Because the word queen just means whore. They got to report. India need to report onto who? To England. Okay. Because England conquered them. This Edom Esau conquered everybody. Okay. Prime Minister. Here and there. Well, listen, Esau conquered everybody. That's why you see the other nation, they look like Esau. You see Vietnamese, they look like Edom. Because Esau conquered them, raped the woman, and mingled with them. Today they're doing willingly. Today the rape is automatic. These heathen, they want to lay down for Esau because they want pale skin baby. So they can enjoy war, white supremacy. They can enjoy the white privilege. They can have the same benefit as the so-called white people. Very simple. Understand that. Understand that. And that's the same thing you see from a lot of our people, the so-called Latino and the so-called black. Mainly the woman, the so-called Latino woman and the so-called black woman, they're laid down with Esau because they want Edomite baby. Not understanding that those baby, the majority of them, they're going to slavery. They're going to captivity if the Most High allow it. They'll be in captivity. Okay, understand that. So he still want what? A blessing. Let's see the blessing he received. And Isaac, his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. And that's where they conquer everybody. And of the dew of heaven from above. That's why they claim that they went in the moon. That's why they love tall building, skyscrapers, the Tower of Babel, Babylonia. That's why they operate like that. That's why they act like the eagle. That's why the eagle is the emblem of America, Germany, right? Is the eagle. The Russian, what do they use? Eagle. Understand that. Right now, the Most High is revealing Esau, the man of sin, Esau-Edom. It's just that people don't believe it. People don't believe it. And Isaac said, and his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. They are ruling from the north to the south, east to the west. Who control the traffic in the air? Who tell you whether you can launch a plane? If your plane can travel through here, who control that? So-called white people. You see, that's what he's saying. When you see a plane, for a plane to be into the space, into the air, guess what? Esau need to approve it. Either the American need to approve it, or the German, or the French, they got to approve it. You can't just take a plane and start launching. No. Who control the sky? Who control it? Esau-Edom. He control it. They can launch any plane they want. Now watch this. If you don't believe me, do you think black people can come together one day and just start flying their plane without getting any license, any authorization from Esau? Hell no, it's not happening. Listen, it's not happening. Do you think that Latino, those we call Latino and Latino, can they come together, buy like 20 or 5 airplanes, right? And build their own airport and just start launching and just start flying without Esau approval? It's not happening. Understand that. So the realm, the heaven, and the earth always be given into the hand of Esau. That's why Esau tells you that you need a passport to cross the border. You understand that? Because all these were given into his hand. And that's the point. A lot of y'all don't understand. That's what y'all don't understand. Deuteronomy 28, verse 45, all the way down to 52. A fierce nation. A nation that flies as the eagle. What did they say? What did America say? Neil Armstrong, copy 199. The eagle has landed. The eagle has landed. Which eagle? Esau-Edom. Okay, let's take a look at right here quick. Okay, Roman eagle. Let's see. Roman eagle. We'll see some images. Because a lot of people don't study, they don't know. So we're going to show them. Okay, we're going to show them Roman eagle. Let's see. Roman eagle. You see what I'm saying? Roman eagle. There we go. You see that? As soon as I put it, this is the ancient Rome right there. You see the eagle right there? There's nothing new under the sun, buddy. There is nothing new under the sun. Image for Roman eagle. When they conquered the children of Japheth, guess what? They brought this with them. When they took over Europe, when they conquered Europe, you see that? Roman eagle. All the European countries in the beginning, they have the eagle for the war power. Right? So what does the eagle do? Eagle is a bird of prey. Eagle is a bird of prey. What do? They snatch other animal, other beasts, and they kill them with the claw or the beak, things like that. So you see, this is ancient Rome right there. There we go. Ancient Rome. Right? Let's see another one. Right? Let's see maybe Italian eagle. French. Okay, French. Right? France. Eagle. Okay. Because it was the first of Napoleon. It used to be the eagle. And that's the main reason why they all use the eagle. Right? You see, as soon as I put it up, it pop up. You see? Okay. You see that? It tell you, as soon as, okay, understand that. French Imperial Eagle. You see that right there? French Imperial Eagle. This is from Wikipedia. Okay, understand that. It's always the eagle. They always French eagle. Okay, watch this. It's going to show you more than that. This is in the time of Napoleon. Watch this. Read what it said right there. French Imperial Eagle, Wikipedia. Okay, I let Esau say. He said the French Imperial Eagle referred to the figure of an eagle on a staff carried into battle as a standard by the Grand Army of Napoleon during the Napoleonic. I just said it. That should not lie. Hey, there we go. You want to see for Spain? I'll show you. I'll show you. We study this thing, man. We study them. You know. Let's see. Okay. There we go. There we go. The Spanish Imperial Eagle, Wikipedia. The Spanish Imperial Eagle, Aquila Adalberti, also known as the Iberian Imperial Eagle, Spanish Eagle. Okay? So, back in those days, guess what? They use it. Images. Let me see right here. Because they use it. Imperial. Back in those days. Right? Let's see. Not just the bird. I'll show you. There we go. On the flag. Okay. On the flag. There we go. You see? There we go. This is Spain right here for you. You see that? What is that? The eagle. The eagle. Because somebody might say, oh, he's just talking about the species of the bird. Nope. That's the symbol. Okay, understand that, right? So, that's the main reason why you always see this Edomite, they go into their lineage. We're the only one we don't go to our lineage, right? So, and that's the main reason why they're running everything. You gotta cross the border, you need a visa, you need a passport. Who came up with the passport? Esau-Edom, the so-called Caucasian, the so-called white people. Okay? Who controls the air? You wanna fly with your plane, you wanna go through the water. Who controls it? Esau-Edom. You can just bring a ship into a country without Esau, approving and signing and giving and you paying some money. You can't do that. Can the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native, can they just come up and build their own ship or have their own ship thing and just start carrying, merchandise, across the water, the Atlantic Ocean, thing like that? No, they can't do that. They're all going to get bombed. Esau's going to bomb the hell out of them. Understand that. Esau's going to bomb the hell out of you. Yeah, they'll throw a bomb on you. You can't do that. So that's the blessing he received. Okay. So, you see that? Let's see another blessing that he received. So that's the first one. So he'll be running the whole earth. Okay, from the top to the bottom, north to the south, east to the west. That one part. Let's take a look at the other part. Verse 40. Okay. And by that sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother, and shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. What is it? And by that sword. Let's see this. Let's share a couple of books right here. I'm going to show you a couple of books so you can see. Here is a beautiful book. I just bought this book. Okay. Understand? I just bought this book. This is a beautiful book right there. You see this book? And this book is written by a brother or a sister, if I'm not wrong. I just bought this book like a couple of days ago. Okay. Like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I bought this book. You see this book right here? Okay. Esau-Edom, raw. Who is he showing the picture? Red people, red spirit, red skin people. You see them? You see them right there? That's a beautiful book. So you should get this book and read it. Right? That's Esau. Let's continue. There we go. Who are the military? Take a look at this book. You see that? The hidden treasure that lie in plain sight for. So whoever wrote this book, he got 4 volumes so far. I could be wrong, right? He said, the day of the Lord and the end of America. Okay? Who do you see here? Is an Edomite in the military uniform with everything. What do you see? You see war. What do they do? Who pushed for the war? Esau-Edom. Okay? Who exterminated these people? He said, by thy sword shall thou live. Who killed these people? Who exterminated these people? Who killed them off? Who wiped them off? Who killed the northern kingdom? Who killed the so-called Negro and hanged them? Who did that? Esau-Edom. Take a look at it. Couple of books will show you. Who did this? The American Holocaust, right? Who conquered this land and slaughtered or exterminated the Native Indian? The so-called Native Indian? Esau-Edom. Let's see some of the wickedness that they've done. Okay, let's take a look at it. It might be graphical, but bear with me, okay? Right? So we just want to put it out there, be mindful. It won't be something, hey, so, you got to be spiritual. I know this day now, some of this stuff, watch this, check it out, okay? Just take a look at it. There we go. Who did this? Spaniard, Idumean. Your slave master, that gave you Spanish, the Caucasian, okay, they did that, okay? They roast the northern kingdom on fire. After they have hanged them on Gibeon. You see the baby, he grabbed the baby and smacked him again. These are Edomite. The same one you see today. Okay, nothing new under the sun. Understand that. There we go. They give the baby of northern kingdom to who? To the dogs. They give them to the dogs. Understand that, okay? And, the list goes on and on and on. Okay, who changed the calendar? Who changed the calendar and gave us these pagan days? Who did that? Esau-Edom. Esau-Edom. And the list goes on and on and on. Okay, understand that? Who dropped bombs on people? Who dropped bomb on the Syrian, on the Iranian the past 4 or 3 days? Who? Esau-Edom. Because that's what he said. Let's read it. Who conquered everybody? Let's go. We'll go to the book of Revelation, if I'm not wrong, chapter 6. We're going to go over it. But before that, watch this. Let me read it again. He said, and by the sword shall thou live. Okay? By the sword shall thou live, and shall serve thy brother. And shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, Esau, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Who have the dominion? Who's ruling the earth today? Esau-Edom. Okay? Esau-Edom. Okay? Watch this. And verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Esau said, it's the father who blessed him and blessed his brother. But what did he say? He didn't say he's going to kill the father. He said he's going to kill his brother. You see? So there's nothing new under the sun. It's the Most High who blessed the brother. It's the Most High who blessed Jacob. Jacob did not bless himself. Who blessed Abel is the Most High. But what he Cain do? Cain, he get mad at his brother and slay his brother. And then the same thing Esau did. Same thing. Let's see the next verses. In this word of Esau, her eldest son went told Rebekah. Who told Rebekah? The Most High. The Most High. So Rebekah is the prophetess. Understand that. Because Esau said in his heart, in his mind. Okay? Understand that.